Alright guys, hello and welcome to my Tyrant Skeel monster review. I know it has been too long since I've made videos, and I know I'm returning on Easter Day, but here I am, here to review Tyrant Skeel. I got Tyrant Skeel and Lamuna, Iowa. No, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna say Lamuna, Iowa, right? Through the breeding event, and I hope you did too. This is a monster who's kind of like Chiao Long in the sense that he's not good unless he gets his talent, in which case he's overpowered. Now, that's a bad example because Chiao Long is overpowered even without his talent, but you know what I mean, right? His talent takes him to the absolute next level. So it's kind of a shame I don't have it yet, but I need to make this monster review so that I know how to run him and you know how to run him so that you can beat his dungeon, get that talent, and then I'm going to make another monster review of him using it. So without further ado, here's Tyrant Skeel's monster review. He is a Dark and Metal Galactic Era monster. The leader of the Skeels hasn't lost a shred of malice in his transformation. He's learned to play the long game to guarantee his interest in his armies. His alliance with Brigadier Holter is promising and he wouldn't want to ruin it, but his signature malice remains a part of everything he does. So this guy is just, an all-around menace, and that's not going to change anytime soon. Then we've got his finisher, Skeel Supremacy, removes all positive status effects from all enemies, deals moderate dark damage, applies fear, and positive effect block. So this is an OP combo. One of the reasons that denial is really falling out of the meta is because of Kiradar's Horn. It can instantly cleanse away negative status effects, including denial and dots. So if you can cleanse and then apply a denial with positive status effect block, they'll still be denied because you have to cleanse this status effect twice. I'm gonna call it PEB or no, you need negative status effect protection. And he can do that in his skills, which is super powerful. Positive status effect block means after that they won't gain, the immunity. I think this monster is really going to shine with like a denier, like maybe Shadonia and a denier and him. I think that's really going to be where we're going to showcase him. Without further ado, let's go over his trait. Surprisingly good. So at rank 0, he has his trait Hardened. Umbrella Status Caster, 20% less chance for all negative status effects to land on him. Pretty good, just nice to have in general. Then he gains Immune to Possession at rank 1. Also pretty nice. It could be annoying if someone possessed him and he cleansed off your whole team and gave them nanovirus and stuff like that. Nice denial to be immune to. Although at rank 4 he gains Immune to Control, so he really doesn't need the possession when he's going to be immune to all of them, which is really overpowered. So Hardened and Immune to Control is a great trait. Then you have Status Caster, Area Bleed. I don't know why they do the Bleed before the Immune to Control trait. But yeah, I guess Bleed Hater is a thing. If you get him at rank 3, you could have him in a team with Drakbite, who has a Bleed Hater with Cold Blood. And that could be pretty powerful, so I'll keep that in mind as a combo. And then at rank 5, he has Status Caster, Area Nanovirus. This blocks all positive status effects. This could really change the game if you can, land this on maybe the Megaton monster and he can't buff and then you can instantly kill. He's one of the few monsters I've seen who has 2 dots as his status casters. Pretty cool, but let's go over his skills. He's a very interesting monster. I only think he reaches his full potential with his talent, so showcasing him without it is going to be quite the downside, but keep in mind he's not at his full potential. So first we have Skeel's Mastermind. Alright, low metal damage, applies a random negative status effect. So this could be, positive effect block, negative effect, negative effect protection. That's NEP and NEB, okay? Those are the 2 main mechanics of this monster. Alright, it could be anything, minor blind, total blind, reverse healing. It's a very powerful thing, 0 stamina, 0 cooldown, it's spammable, but I think he can do a lot more than just this. We have Night Incursions, deals moderate dark damage with guard down, 1 turn cooldown, 34 stamina. I mean, yeah, just guard down alone isn't anything to brag about. Skeel Flu applies a random negative status effect and then nanovirus to one enemy, 1 turn cooldown, 42 stamina. That is really expensive for just 1 dot and 1 random negative status effect. I'm going to have to say no, although I will say one thing about this monster is that his moves are very expensive. What? 100 stamina is absolutely insane. Alright, then we have Road Barricade. Deals moderate dark damage to one enemy, applies negative effect protection and shield block. So this is what we like to see. Negative effect protection is a very powerful mechanic that not a lot of monsters have access to. And so if he can do random negative effects, negative effect protection, and then Tyrant's ideas, which applies a random denial to all enemies with a negative effect, it is an extremely powerful combo that I can't even begin to tell you how strong it is. But yeah, and then it applies shield block. I think you'd rather just keep your AoE with it, although you might just run it just in case you run into like a Uriel the Great and you want to deny him. Yeah, I mean, I can see it, but I think this is his best skill set. Conqueror's Disease moves positive status effects from one enemy, then applies Nanovirus. So the way I see this is your Megataunt shutdown, where they'll have like, a Megataunt monster, and behind them there's like, let's say, Light Voltaic and Gahizo. They're all behind evasion, they're all behind positive status effects. Boom, you cleanse off one, then you apply Nanovirus, so they can't reapply that evasion. You've got a good dot stacking against them. It does metal damage on light monsters. This is an amazing move and a great opening skill for your battle. This will give like Light Voltaic free range on the enemies, so this is great. 53 stamina, 3-turn cooldown. Get used to these very high cost. Oh my goodness. All right, and then we have We Get the Goods. Removes positive status effects from one enemy and then removes all negative status effects from itself. So this is like that one Galvanus move where boom, cleanse from them, boom, cleanse for me. All right, but it's just for himself. I think this is worth running because it's 20 stamina, 0-turn cooldown. So you can spam this cleansing on one enemy and yourself. I think this is a great sustainability skill to have. I think you could, make an argument that, you'll have an ally to do this, or you'll have Kiradar's Horn. So you could just run this, that you can use Tyrant's ideas against a monster with dodge area. I think that's a good thing, but I'm just going to run We Get the Goods for now. Then we have Flank Attack, applies guard down and shield block to an enemy. Random negative status effect to all enemies. Whoa, okay, so it applies all 3 to all enemies. That is 3 negative status effects, although Shield Breaker and Guard Down aren't the strongest. In tandem, they might be. There's a few monsters that use shields, not too many meta ones. But I think the most notable one is Rober Olden Shield, the most powerful ancestor out right now. To be able to shield block is really effective against him, Guard down means all your negative stats effects are going to land, all your allies' attacks are going to land, so pretty good. 50 stamina, 2-turn cooldown, pretty expensive, but a really situational AoE. All right, that's one thing he is a lot of, situational. Then we have Planetary Siege, deals low dark damage to all enemies, applies a positive effect block and negative effect protection. So this is just amazing. Now, the sad thing is, without Tyrant's ideas, he can't stack this with Denial. But with it, if you could stack this with Denial, it is one of the most powerful moves in the game and well worth its cost. Of 100 stamina and 4-turn cooldown, you definitely want an ally with Archdruid Sigil on this guy's team. So the reason this is so powerful is because, look at this, it's just plus and minus. You block all their positive status effects. So let's say they try to kick in Phase Shield because you did so much damage to them, boom, it doesn't work. And you protect your negative status effects. So you're protecting your block, meaning it'll take like, boom, 2 cleanses just for them to be able to apply any positive status effects. And as we know, most monsters are only prepared to cleanse once, not twice, because before it was never a mechanic you had to worry about. So now you've got that counter, and it's really powerful. This is just incredibly impactful. This will take your denier to the next level. So I think this is a great ally for, let's say, Shadonia or Omnia. So you can cleanse everything, you can block their positive status effects, you can protect their negative status effects, and then you can deny them. And even if they have Kiradar's Horn, you've got a built-in counter. So I think this monster is quite good. I am just going to run him as a team speed monster for now. I don't really think he deserves a... He does a lot of cursing, okay? So I don't think this is a monster you want going first, but I also think it's a monster you want fast. So to counter this, I'm just going to have him use infinite extra turn transfer allies, which is just Shadonia and Omnia. His talents are, luckily enough, really good for what he does. He's got this protection talent, which is Antlerion's Amulet, and then you can run the stamina trap, which is Slumpster's Trap. So without further ado, let's take this guy out into PvP. So the team I'm going to go with is, and the PvP monster right now, I'll just tell you guys now, is really bad. Let's see. So the monster we're reviewing, obviously, and I will say a million times over, this monster, gets incredible potential with his talent. So once you unlock him, you also get an Era Saga and talent to beat for a great talent. Like, he's one of those few monsters where his talent takes him to the next level. So really good to get him just for his talent alone. I'm going to run Shadonia, and I'm going to run any denier. What denier would I prefer, though? It's really up to you. I'm just going to do Zyron the Great. Boom. So I'm going to do the mask. All right. I'm going to do Shadownia's Essence, obviously. And no. I definitely need her to have the King Autumn's Cross so that she can have 2 turn transfers, first to Skeel, then to his ally. So boom, Autumn's Cross. Then we've got you, my favorite denier to just use for fun. You don't really need any special masks, so I'm just gonna throw this on. Throw on Merc Staff. And any given talent. I'll do this for fun. And let's see if this team can work out in PvP. This will hopefully showcase the main thing I want to show you guys. Well, another Master Skeel. Oh my gosh. Alright guys, so without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, let's see who we're going to fight first. I really want to face Kyradar's Horn, but I also don't know if a team that brung Kyradar's Horn, if I could beat them. So, I'll admit, I know there's a cycle that you can do that will give her infinite extra turns even if you turn transfer first, but I've just never used it, so I think this is it. Hopefully. Alright, it is. I got it right. Alright, so boom. Boom. Alright, things are going well so far. And then I want to turn transfer to Master Skeel. So then I'm going to do exactly what I came here to do, and I'm going to apply. Of course, if they had any positive effects, I could do this, and I would still block their positive effects, like when they got the immunity to the denial, so I could spam denial, but this is literally that, but even better. So look at this. Boom, I land all of that. I'm just going to make sure you don't have that any longer. And recharge. And boom. We throw on the denial. And look at this. Even if Omnia had Kyradar's Horn, which she can't because, wrong era, but even if she did, it couldn't cleanse off the denial and the negative effect protection at the same time. Once they get the immunity to their own denial, it won't land because they've got positive effect block. He just dies. But yeah, this is basically the unremovable denial. And then once it gets back to his turn, even if they do manage to apply an immunity, he can just cleanse it away. And if they do bring, what's it called? Dark Passenger, where it can actually reflect a denial, they'll keep their denial because you can't cleanse away negative effects with that, but you will still get denied. But with all that being said, this is like the perfect denial strategy. It's actually almost unbeatable. Well, like unremovable, I mean. Short of like maybe Lamuna Iowa, obviously, because she has anticipation and immune control as a trait, which is really tedious to get past. So boom, Archer Sigil kicks in for them. I'm just gonna kick this back in. Alright, boom. What do I want to do here? I want to give you Nanovirus so that you die to a dot. I can just stack a powerful dot. It's good that it's metal damage against light monsters. So boom. Boom. Cooldown activated. Nightmares. And yeah, really good first match display. Alright, so I'm going to recharge and death. Alright, so first match went perfectly. Now keep in mind, the really cool thing about this is that usually you won't even need a Zyron. You can just have a Megaton monster because Tyrant Skeel can do that alone. Although if you do that strategy, I'd say bring a Megaton monster who can dish out some dots because it's pretty hard to kill. Like, he can easily keep them chain denied with Tyrant's ideas and his, skill set. He's even immune to control, so they can't even do the same thing back. But, as I said, it's good that he has Nanovirus because that is the only dot on his skill set and the only dot on this team if you run it. So, boom. Alright, I'm going to get reflected again. Please don't die. She did die, but she came back to life. Don't tell me they had Shadow News. Okay. I'm really lucking out here. Alright, so boom. Let's see. No reflection relics on you. Nope, nothing but Shadownia's essence. So I'm good. Just gonna cleanse. Boom. Alright, they're giving me a lot of trouble. Boom. Why did I hit him again? I couldn't tell you. Cleanse. Then I'm gonna turn transfer to Master Skeel, and I've done it. Alright, so unremovable, negative status effects. Alright, we're gonna do Planetary Siege. And usually I'm just using Tyrant to like imitate the fact that Tyrant's ideas would kick in if you had it. So boom, I do my denial, and now there's no way they can cleanse it. Unless they die, they're perma denied. It is the closest thing you've got to an uncleansable denial in this game. So I'm gonna turn transfer back to you, give you nanovirus since you're all light monsters, and no traits to stop it. You know, guard down would help all your negative status effects land, so maybe you do want to do this move first. I'm going to just apply the guard down. Alright. Gonna boom. You're finally dead. Alright, I want to kill Uriel, but his Shadownia's essence will kill me first. Alright, so boom. They're both gonna kick in. Oh, how did she not get damaged by the first one? So boom. 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 Don't worry, I'm gonna kill him. Boom. Once I apply my hater, there's nothing they can do to stop me. So cleanse. Luckily, all of his uses of that relic had already kicked in. And sadly, he lived. Look at that perfect display. He tried to cleanse off his allies. He tried to give her healing. But look at all these negative status effects. He couldn't cleanse it away because she had negative effect protection. So that is the most important thing I want to show to you. Even if their Uriel gets a turn, he can't cleanse away that negative effect protection and all of the negative effects at the same time. He has to use 2 turns, and nobody has 2 cleansing skills on one skill set. So that means you've got a pretty good counter to cleansing monsters to your denial. So boom, I'm really glad that happened. It's a perfect showcase. So I'm just going to cleanse off you, cleanse off me. I'm just going to boom. Good. I was about to say if that denial didn't land. Alright. You death. You revive? No. Alright, another perfect W. And that displayed the negative effect protection in its full power. It protects all of the massive amount of denials you're gonna like accumulate on them. So boom, just gonna start unlocking that. Let's go one more time, and then I'm thinking that's gonna be it for this review. That's exactly what I want to show you. You might run into problems against like anticipation monsters with this team. But other than that, this is a really good team for this. So boom, cleanse off you. Autumn's Cross. Don't tell me all died to repentance. Alright. I'm gonna die, aren't I? Oh, thank goodness. Alright, so it wore off. Cleanse. Alright, and I'm gonna do my thing where I give you positive effect block, negative effect protection, plus denial, and there's nothing you guys can do about it. Boom. Alright. So sadly I turned them into babies. Boom. I'm just gonna kill Uriel then. Funny that I'm using Shadownia with all team speed runes as like an attacker, but that light hater is always so helpful. So boom, boom, death of revival. Oh, she didn't revive, and I forgot Shadownia's essence takes care of his revival specifically. So look at this, I have a powerful dot. Do I want to cleanse and apply nanovirus? No, I already gave him positive effect block, so you know I don't really need to give him nanovirus. I'm gonna cleanse off him, cleanse off myself. Boom. No more immune to torture for him, no more boiling for me. So that's why I think that move is great. And boom, I apply roots again. He's like infinitely denied. It's super hard to counter this mechanic once it's set up, but it can also be pretty hard to set it up. So that's my warning for the move, but I think it's amazing. Guard down, shield block, shield removed, which, you know, same thing, but alright. Cleanse, boom, recharge. I'm gonna cooldown activation. Alright, and this is another match perfectly won. Alright, I really was worried that this review would not go as smoothly as it is. Alright, so cleanse. Let's see, I'll give you nanovirus just for the fun of giving you a dot. I gave you guard down, so it wasn't going to miss. Cleanse, and boom. Utter domination. So that is the power of Tyrant Skeel. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you found it enjoyable. If you did, please consider leaving a like. on the video. It shows a lot of support. It helps my video in the algorithm, helps it get to other people who might enjoy it and find it helpful as well. It means the world when you leave a like, so puts a smile on my face. Please leave your comments on him down below. Do you think he's bad? Do you think he's only good for his talent, or do you think he's overpowered plus his talent? Because that was really like what him plus Zyron is going to be once you have his Tyrant's ideas. So definitely grind out his what is it called? Era Saga dungeon. It'll give you Tyrant's ideas, one of the most powerful relics, and one that takes him from like C tier to A tier. So yeah, you definitely want this. It'll make him an amazing war pick. Plus, it gives a lot of your monsters like Mamuna, Iowa, an even better viability. Subscribe to join the Crab Army. We have surpassed Abergo and reached 400 subscribers. A massive milestone. We're just going to keep growing. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I want to hit 500 subscribers before summer, and I think we can do it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. That's about it. Your favorite Omni-Crab. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it helpful. Hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Your favorite Omni-Crab, signing out.